Justin Jefferson talks attitude
Going out there and just killing it.
as the Vikings try to slow down the Bear Express. 40 years ago, he led the '85 Bears to a remarkable season. That didn't mean he always liked his head coach.
Just give me 10 guys you like and leave me alone. We'll be fine.
He is the St. John's quarterback, and he's good. So is his younger brother, still in high school. The Gophers have their hands full at Oregon. Do you ever wonder how they decide who sings the National Anthem at Vikings games? And a state high school semifinal football finish today you won't believe. Kickoff countdown starts now. Oh, it's good tonight. Welcome to Kickoff Countdown. The Vikings and the Bears await us, but there is another question we need to ascertain during the week, like what's up with Justin Jefferson. To his defense, he is continually working with new quarterbacks, but what he did in the loss to Baltimore looked a little like a diva receiver. Frustrated by balls, by calls not going his way, and by a lack of execution, he told us today he's working on getting his year 3 attitude back when he was the best in the game, and he's trying to defend what looked like he was not the leader they needed him or needed.
Just wanting to get back into that mode, into I like to say savage mode. So, I mean, it's just going out there with that F-it mentality and just going out there and just killing it. It definitely wasn't, one of my best games, but I would say I want to win. It's not really, I'm not really mad at the situation that I'm in, or I'm not mad at, the players that we have or the plays that's being called. It doesn't really matter about the coverage. It doesn't really matter about the bracket coverage, or if it's, one-on-one. I'm always confident in myself to make the play.
All right, here we go. The Bears are in the thick of it. They had to rally in a big way to beat the New York Giants, scoring 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. Caleb Williams to Ramon Aduñez. Then in the final minute, Williams uses his legs. He is the key to this team, and he is what the Vikings are focusing on.
Given us problems in the past, so we're going to have to do a really good job at getting the ball out fast and containing him in the pocket and getting middle push.
When you game plan for a team like this, what concerns you more? Is it the effectiveness and the profile of the players, or is it the confidence that maybe they're playing with right now because they found a way to win yesterday, because they seem to have found some mojo?
Yeah, they're definitely figuring things out on their end, and I'm somebody that I respect every opponent, no matter how good or bad things are going.
One of the interesting parts of the Vikings roster is Levi Duke Rodriguez. He was NFC Special Teams Player of the Week a couple of weeks ago. He's an interesting guy, fun guy for teammates to be around because he brings the juice.
Just trying to do my job, techniques and fundamentals, worry about those, and make the plays that I'm supposed to make.
High motor is the key.
Yeah, it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Energy, and let the other guys be inspired by the energy.
All that, yep, no doubt. Man, I play for the Lord and these guys around me. I love it.
Pre-game, you look like you're jacked.
Oh, always. Yeah, always, man. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so just soaking it all in, being where my feet are, embracing the atmosphere, the emotions, the just people, the eyes around me. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. The Green Bay Packers have their own set of problems. There was a time where you thought they would run away with this division. Now they are just trying to stay in contention. They're struggling on offense and struggling in general. Lost 2 straight with little offense to help. This week, a break. They play the New York Giants.
Sometimes, the defense is making us drive the ball down the field, and we got to stay patient with that. We got to be able to drive and finish some of those longer drives in the end zone with touchdowns. Obviously, I think we haven't been able to do that.
Like I said, the good news, the Giants should be a win. Jameis Winston will start at quarterback. It's a noon kickoff in the Meadowlands on Sunday. Well, he played for the Green Bay Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Chicago Bears, one of just a few. But Jim McMahon is a rare breed. 40 years later, they celebrate the memorable '85 Bears Super Bowl run. I sat down with McMahon. Turns out it was a successful, but sometimes turbulent season. Jim McMahon played for the Minnesota Vikings, but he was remembered as a Chicago Bear. More specifically, as the Bears' punky QB leader of the 1985 team, considered maybe the best ever. And in the midst of it, he will tell you he had a problem with the head coach, Mike Ditka, when he decided to intervene with the offense.
We had an offensive coordinator who understood the game, but Mike Ditka would take over and start calling plays, and that's what you got. I mean, Yeah, we had a lot of discussions and fights about certain plays.
40 years later, they celebrate it, and he recalls his advice for the then head coach.
I try to tell him, look, you were a tight end. That's how you're calling plays, like a tight end. You really don't understand how to. I said, just give me 10 guys you like and leave me alone. We'll be fine.
They have not won a Super Bowl since. But make no mistake, in Chicago, it's always the #1 show in town.
That's a Bear town. You know, they got the Cubs and the White Sox. They're a Blackhawk town as well.
Jordan gave him a ride for a while?
Yeah, I mean, the Bulls won 6 championships, but they'd rather the Bears win on Sunday than anything. And it was fun. I mean, great fans, and they're very knowledgeable.
Yeah, an important part of every Vikings home game is the performance of the National Anthem. A lot of thought goes into the decision as to who belts their voice to nearly 70,000 fans. WCCO's Marielle Mose looks into how that singer is selected.
Oh, say, can you see?
A staple of the National Anthem rotation at home Vikings games for the last 3 seasons is Monique Blakey. The St. Paul native was performing in bands locally around the Twin Cities when one day in 2023, she got an unexpected email.
I thought it was a hoax. I'm not going to lie. I never reached out to them, so I was like, is this real? And so I responded in hopes that it was, and it was. They had heard an old video of me singing online.
The Minnesota Vikings wanted her to perform the National Anthem, an opportunity that changed her life.
Wow, it has completely just transcended me into another stratosphere.
Performing at US Bank opened doors for her professionally.
It has always ended up with someone out in the crowd hearing me and reaching out to me and giving me other opportunities just off that anthem.
Which is exactly what the Vikings hope to do when selecting their anthem singers.
In the Twin Cities and Minnesota as a whole, there actually is a very diverse talent pool, so it's fun to be able to help these artists and performers be on a bigger stage.
Lauren Pinter is part of the Vikings game and entertainment team that selects these artists. Other locals they've tapped the talents of, Minnesotans who competed on The Voice, including Cameron Wright and Frankie Torres. For theme games like the Legends game, they chose former Vikings defensive tackle Ezra Tuaolo to perform the anthem that showcases his Samoan heritage.
That flag was still there.
Well, we're very proud to have him as a Vikings legend.
When Monique Blakey sings, it's a goosebump-giving performance for fans, but it's always her kids she hopes to make the most proud.
Being there and seeing me connect with the people and seeing people be moved by me singing the anthem always makes them just like, that's my mom.
And the home of the brave.
At US Bank Stadium, Marielle Mose, WCCO Sports.
It's part of what makes the new Big Ten fun. The Gophers go on the road to a place we are only familiar with from afar on TV. The ambiance and talent of Oregon await them. So does a quarterback who can make plays for the #9 ranked Ducks. Dante Moore is going to do more because so many receivers have been injured. He will test a Gopher defense that struggles against players like him and knows what to expect from him.
He's a big leader, you know. They win in close games, so that's always a big thing. So he's definitely a good guy for the team. But he's an athletic guy. He likes to move in the pocket. He makes plays. He's a good playmaker. So he uses his feet to make plays and he uses his arm to make plays. So that's what, you know, he's an all-around good player.
It's on in Oregon tomorrow night. Gophers Ducks kick off at 8 p.m. in Eugene. It's a jam-packed week for the Feeney family, spanning 2 different football teams at 2 different levels. Ren Clayton sat down with Trey Feeney, the quarterback at St. John's, to break it all down.
Fall is deepening in Minnesota. Football seasons are heating up.
It's a fun time of year when playoff football is hitting and the leaves are changing and all that.
For Trey Feeney, it's a refreshing time. After 3 years as a reserve at North Dakota, he's now the starting quarterback at St. John's.
It had been almost since high school since I was kind of in the routine of starting every week, and it's just it's a rhythm thing. It's kind of like in basketball, if you're shooting the ball well, like you could say you're on fire, and it really feels like I've kind of gotten into a rhythm, gotten into like a good connection with some of the receivers, running backs, tight ends.
Feeney has been putting up big numbers for the Johnnies of late since taking over the full-time QB job.
Touchdown, Johnny!
Growing up, the Feeney household was a football fortress. Trey's dad, Kevin, was a star quarterback at NDSU, then became Trey's coach and is still the head football coach at Moorhead High School.
Picking his brain on experiences and like, hey, Dad, what was your coolest game or coolest atmosphere you got to play in? And then just the little things, honestly.
Did you ever, like, growing up, watch his stuff? Did you want to throw like him? Do you throw? Do you look similar on the field? Do people say that, or how does it work?
Thankfully, I'm a few inches taller than him, which thank the good Lord for that one. We still do sometimes over holidays pull out the old tapes, but we have to get out like the DVD players, and it's old school.
Trey's little brother Jet probably has never heard of the iPod. He's a high school junior and already one of the top passers in the state.
He would ask me questions like, hey, on this one, my footwork was kind of off, or what should I do here? And so, yeah, he is a very curious kid, and it's paying off for him.
Jet was injured in week 2 and missed 5 games, but now he's back and has led Moorhead to this week's state tournament semifinals.
That's where I know it was tough for my dad and my brother when he got hurt, because my brother's in my dad's ear every day like, Dad, I'm good, I can play. And my dad knows that he has a lot of football left ahead of him.
The Johnnies are gearing up for their annual playoff push. The Spuds are taking aim at a prep bowl. Trey will watch his dad and brother at state on Friday night, then play his game up in Collegeville on Saturday afternoon.
It is super special. St. John's, like the location, has obviously been another great thing about this place, because I'm kind of in the middle of either, you could say, the cities and Moorhead. And then I've been able to make some of my dad and brother's high school games. So it's a really special area, and I know I'm just trying to take it day by day because I know it goes fast.
Autumn reflections as football falls into place. Ren Clayton, WCCO Sports.
That's your kickoff countdown for the week. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow, rate, and share. Join us every Friday wherever you get your podcast to discover what's at stake on game day, from the Vikings to the Gophers and beyond. And make sure to watch the live kickoff countdown Thursday nights at 10:15 on WCCO.